inn depart now. Oh, might as well rest at the inn. Might as well rest up and get our magic and stuff back, right? Kids these days. Let me tell you, there's something wrong with these kids these days. I do like the fact that you can come back here, though. I thought they captured it already. So now we know that he wasn't staring at, of course, at Garnet. He was staring at Vivi. So what could possibly be in those barrels? Are they all little tiny Vivis in those barrels? Is it a whole set of Vivis? You're right, Zidane. Get rich quick scheme books. Could you imagine if you were going to a vacation and you went to a hotel and for some reason didn't bring any books to read and that's all they had? I mean, if you're a nerd like me and you read all the time, that would be a bad thing, but I guess if you're not a reader, you wouldn't care. Alright, well, the main reason we came back wasn't to stay at the inn, but was to buy more wrist. And buy 10 more, plus I have one still equipped. Nice. And we're going to be able to make plenty of cotton robes when we get to that point. Well, let's get out of here. Back to the ship. Head to Lemblum. More stutter step in there, but not much. I like the stutter step. I like the fact that I know that we can pretty reliably not get in any world map encounters. We'll never have to deal with them unless we want to. Oh, won't even let us go in there? Oh, Mayor! We're back! No. He doesn't want anything to do with us. Alright. To the airship. Board the airship. I forgot that it was so close to the town, you don't have to go to the world map to actually get to it. You just walk to the back side of the town. I'm only doing this for the princess. No. Zidane's got a plan. Yeah, they look just like you, except bigger. But don't worry about it. It's not important. No time to explain. Let's go. Take you to Lindblom, I promise. and off we go. I'm sure we'll make it to Lindblum just fine. No problems along the way. It's all good. Just a nice, easy airship ride away. Oh no, Zidane, don't try too hard. What's wrong with Vivi? Really? So they're just like robots? What's going on? Maybe they're like robot versions of Eevee. That's a nice little thing they put in there. So it does look like a treasure chest, but when you examine it, it even tells you it looks like a treasure chest, but it's actually just part of the ship. Yeah, curious, isn't it? So here's Steiner. He thinks, of course, that the ship took off without us, and we didn't make it onto the ship, so he's thinking, yeah. Yeah, Steiner. You think we're going to the castle, but I think that Zidane has other plans. Steiner, we're gonna have to have a talk. Queen Braun is not exactly, not exactly the type to be pleased, per se. Oh, Steiner, you old blockhead. Black Waltz number 3. And of course, Zidane's plan, clever plan, was just to turn the ship around to Lindblum instead of ours. Brilliant plan. It wasn't even hard. I mean, like, the Black Mage just kind of let him do it. For whatever reason, yeah, the other black mages come to protect Vivi from the Black Waltz. Comes up one of the more emotionally jarring / sadder parts of the beginning. I mean, if you're looking at it from Vivi's perspective, this is extremely sad. I mean, I think it's pretty sad and makes everyone angry, besides Vivi, but especially for Vivi. It's a very emotionally charged moment, which brings us to Black Waltz number 3 boss fight, right? Oh yeah. And Vivi's gonna be peed off. As Ruby would say, that darn critter's fit to be tied. So that's interesting there. So Zidane actually gives her the choice. He tells her to fly the ship, and he doesn't care where she goes. She can go to Alexandria or to Lindblum. He doesn't care. Just don't crash, he says. It's interesting that these people have more strength. So we can upgrade. There's a Mage Master, I guess, would be nice because we're fighting a mage, but I don't think he can be silenced. Can he? I don't think so. I think he's immune to it. So we're gonna go with him up the dagger for more damage. Leather plate. Defense. Ooh, with bronze gloves. Just got. Still learning Bug Killer. The level up one is pretty nice. You can level up faster. Still learning Beast Killer. Yeah, we'll just leave Steiner alone. Learning other stuff. Alright, I think we're good. I think the bandit ability just makes it easier to steal. And the right just raises success rate. So that's quite nice to have. I think it's going to be useful in this particular fight, but never a bad thing to be immune to poison. V's has no abilities to just magic thing. Alright, it's all good. Let's go. Be careful, Zidane. And here we get some great dialogue from V. He's just absolutely beside himself. Has no idea why the Black Waltz did what he just did. I mean, it just seems so cruel and unusual for Vivi. It really jarred him. He's like, why? Why would you do such a thing? Weren't they your friends? Yeah, Even Steiner's pissed. He's like, what you did was reprehensible. What are you? Answer me. This dude's pretty crazy. And here we go. We get an emotionally charged moment with VB getting trance. Most of the times you're actually going to usefully be able to use trance in this game is because there's an auto trance because of some type of battle mechanic or some type of emotional scene. VB's trance ability gives him double cast of black magic, which is pretty cool. It can be extremely powerful in later in the game when, you know, there's much more powerful black magic to double cast. I really don't think any element does any more damage than the other on this guy either. It's just pretty much throw spells at him. So I like to just pick whatever, random spell. And if you kind of just steadily attack him with VB and Steiner and let Zidane steal, you should get most of the items. You should get all of his items. Not most of them by the time the fight's over. You stole another steeple hat you see from him. And I haven't really been paying attention to the other two to see if they actually get anything. Oh, Lennon Curious. Got a Lennon Curious and Steeple Hat. Is there anything else you can steal from this guy? About to find out. From Dark. Really bringing the heat. I guess this would be a good fight to equip the rubber helmet to Steiner if you weren't learning something. So he does have something else to learn. Or learn. Steal. I'm just talking about learning abilities. The Black Vault still has another item to steal. Let's see if we can't get it before the battle's over, because I'm not going to hold up on my attacks too much. Because I mean, as you can see, this guy can pump out some pretty powerful magic. Level 2 spells. That probably does it, right? Yeah. That'll do her. Whatever that other item is, oh well. C'est la vie. Boss music in this game is so good. Yeah. And if you don't get the reference of why the number 3 and waltzes are so significant with each other, is because a waltz has 3 beats per measure. It's set in 3/4 times, so it's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 when you're counting off the rhythm for a waltz. He's coming back, but something is wrong. It's broken! Made its magic too powerful, we did. There's nothing we can do now. Actually, what voice what would these guys sound like? I'm sure they would sound ridiculous. Like, you know, depart we shall we depart? We shall depart. Run away, run away. Speaking of sounding crazy. I exist to kill. I exist to kill. Coming up is a awesome cutscene, probably one of the best ones of the early game. I think probably the best one we've seen so far. I mean, this cutscene coming up is action packed. Roger. Roger that, Captain. Okay, so what is the logic there, Steiner? He's heading straight for us in another airship, and he might crash into us. So we should turn around so he can crash into us sooner? I mean, if we're running away from him, it's going to be harder for him to actually crash into us than if we're heading straight for him. Yeah, that's right. There's no way you're going to outmaneuver him in a cargo ship. And of course, I'd like to point out the fact that Dagger has never flown an airship before, and here she is piloting an airship for the first time in a chase. I mean, okay, you gotta give her credit. I mean, she hangs in there, right? She doesn't freak out. She's like, I got this, I got this. It's like nothing I've ever done before. I mean, this would be like the first time you ever drove a car, you were in a high-speed chase in a car. So, like, you know, I assume flying an airship is a little more difficult than driving a car. And Vivi, the magic there, helping us out, backing off the black walls. Now Vivi's, oh, he's down. Vivi down. Oh, it's an 8. Hold on to Vivi. Your plan to shut him out didn't work. You made it. Things are getting iffy here. What? So yeah, I think he was about ready to cast lightning. Okay, he was about ready to cast some spell and it somehow set off fire on his own ship. That electricity interacted with the mechanical things going on the ship and it exploded. Quite convenient. Did a lot of damage to the gate, but we got out of there alive. So yeah, that last cutscene's pretty cool. Action-packed. Well done. A little bit have to choke back your suspension of disbelief back there. You know, keep that willful suspicion of disbelief that Garnet, who's never flown an airship, could fly an airship that well. But whatever. Come on, cheer up, we made it. Actually, it's not your fault. I would say if anybody's to blame here, it's the Black Waltz, maybe. I mean, because if the Black Waltz doesn't attack us, none of this happens. We just go through the gate without incident. That's what happens. And this whole thing was that being, his internal monologue kind of runs throughout the game about him and Dagger, Princess Gurnet, whatever you want to call her, whatever you name her. What? Rusty's right, but he is right in this particular situation. Falcon's Gate right in front of us. It is. They don't call it Limblum Grand Castle for nothing. I love it. They don't believe her because the airship they came in is so crappy. It's a Falcon Claw. So she's calling this guy her uncle. And I don't really know if he is... Well, I know he's not her real uncle, but I don't know if she thinks he is. Don't want to spoil too much of the plot. We're still early on in this one. She's also going to call Sid her uncle as well. I think Sid was actually related to her father, who passed away several years back. So anyways, we can explore the castle, and look what we got up here. A Moogle buddy. I believe we got a letter for you, Moggy. From Kunamok the Moggy. Stiltskin visited me. Kaboo! He said he found a place that seemed interesting, and then he left. I wish he stayed longer. Kaboo! Where did he go? Anyway, let me know when you find out. Kaboo! Stiltskin, Stiltskin, kaboo, kaboo, Stiltskin. I wonder if he stopped in Limblum. Oh, Stiltskin is rather famous and popular amongst the Moogles. get Ether in that chest. And yeah, is there anything else in there? Okay, yeah. So like I said before, notice we had a letter for him, and we did that. Took care of that, gave it to him, read the letter. But he had a letter he wants delivered to another Moogle. This happens a lot, so you want to make sure you talk to them and do the Mognet more than once, because a lot of times you'll miss out on stuff like that. So yeah, he had another letter he wanted to deliver, and that's it. He wants Mel. He wants more Mel. All the Moogles want Mel. Oh, we just saved. So you see, this is a bad habit of mine. I will save multiple times because I'm so paranoid about not saving. Get distracted. Got short attention span here. I'll open up the save menu and stare at it for a little while and then close it without saving. Especially when I'm busy talking about something. Okay, there we picked up a glass armlet. Let's see what that does for us. Ah, she can learn antibody. Well, anybody who can equip it can learn antibody, but yeah. This will speed up her learning protect. Steeple hat. So mainly, especially early on in the game, I'm not really equipping for status or for any type of speed, strength, attack, defense. I'm more concerned about what abilities I can learn from whatever it might be, like this glass armor here, where I can learn antidote. Now there are several times that party members will be coming and going throughout this game too, so I can't ever remember exactly when the triggers are. Because what you can do is you could equip or unequip characters that you know are leaving the party for a part of the game, and you're going to go a good stretch without them. Take all their equipment off. Now you can take everything off except for the weapon. For some reason you always have to have a weapon equipped. Don't know why. It really doesn't matter too much because the weapons are character specific, so I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. I mean, you could sell their weapon if you could take it off, but it's not that important. So, anyways, back to this. Go ahead and put the antibody on you. Steiner's abilities are all equipped. He's still learning Beast Killer. He's still learning Bug Killer. Now he's got antibody to learn. He's already got Bird Killer, so we can switch him up to cover. And go ahead and equip it, because why not? Why let Steiner take all the damage? And down here we have a sailor lady. Or an air sailor. A mist sailor. I'm Zidane, and my name is Aaron. Totally shot down. Zidane, what happened? I thought all the ladies in Limbum loved you. Remember that statement earlier? Completely shot down right there. She was having none of it. my father were best as buds. So I don't really know if I know. I can't really remember too much about the lore if there's actually a blood relation between Sid and her father, but it was enough of a relationship for her to call this minister guy uncle and to call Sid uncle as well. So she's obviously very fond of. So it's Minister Artenia. I would say Artenia. How would you pronounce that? Princess, is something wrong? The regent isn't here and I don't know who. Take a look at the throne. What in the world? Walk, walk. Walk, walk. Walk, walk, walk. Greetings. Oh, man. And he dies. No, not really. But Steiner did hit him really hard, right? Jeez, that's an Oglob. So something's going on here. Why is there an Oglob? You are before the regent. Moustache. Uncle Sid? Yes, greetings all. I am Sid Fabor, Regent of Limblom. I knew it was you. I recognized your pendant's description. It's so much like my falcon claw. I'm delighted to see you again, Garnet. You have truly become a fine lady. I, on the other hand, allow me to explain. About 6 months ago, someone snuck into the castle and attacked the regent in his sleep. Unfortunately, we were too late. The regent had been transformed into an Oglob, and his wife, Lady Hilda, was abducted. Wow. Wow. That's unfortunate. I may be a bug, what? But I'm still the ruler of Lemblon. Thank you. Ooh, it's lunchtime! Goody, 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 goody. I was getting so hungry. Yeah, that's right. That's typically how it is, too, Zidane. Rich people eat crap food. If you want good cooking, you gotta go to the common folk areas. Better food at a better price. Do you mind? Ooh, them's fighting words. Oh man, I skipped through it too. But yeah. Take it outside. So this rat lady here seems to recognize us. She knows her name. Wait a minute. No, I remember. Oh, it's Helga. Okay, yeah, that's right. Oh no, wrong. Christine, no. Oh yeah, you used to live next door to me. How's it, Rachel? You nasty little so-and-so. So yeah, I think Zidane's just messing with her. Yeah, he knew her name the whole time. What about her boyfriend? What's going on there? So Freya, huh, wants to test her skills. Aren't you participating? Nah, I think I'll pass. Lazy bum. Vermesia, huh? It's the first time we've heard that name. So, I do believe this is the first time in a Final Fantasy there's been a female dragoon, which is pretty cool. I guess pretty cool trivia. I mean, spoiler alert, Freya's a dragoon. I'm not surprised. Quack, quack. They loved each other so much. Suspicious man, you say? Oh, so this whole time, Cid was the one behind the kidnapping. Because he was worried about her, he thought, he thinks Queen Braun's losing her. And she clearly is, but... So he was worried about the princess, so he had Tantalus, he paid them to go kidnap her. I once promised your father, quack, that should anything happen, I will protect you. Quack, 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 quack. So him and Baku go way back, apparently. Okay. We were forced to take action because we knew Alexandria would never seek our help. I'm relieved we were able to get you here. Don't worry, quack quack, everything will be fine, quack. That's right. Even as an Oglob, Cid's pretty good, right? He's awesome. There's no way he would do anything dirty like cheat on his wife. I don't know why I mentioned that just out of the blue, but he wouldn't do that. What? Cid. So he named an airship after her. Wow, and then she stole it. But you know what? She had every right to, Cid. That was dirty. And you deserve to be an Oglob too after that. Speaking of which, I wonder how those guys are doing. We kind of, left them back there in that forest. that turned to stone. I wonder if they all like got petrified and died and whatnot. Well, I guess in a bathroom or something. I don't know. Okay. Teach me, monster, teach me. A lot of neat stuff, just like always, right? We're going to talk about synth shops. Oh, no, we're not. Oops. And we're not going to be talking about synth shops. It's pretty self-explanatory. You take two items and some gil, and you can create another item out of it by synthesizing them together. Very handy, and you can make some very powerful stuff. So you can get with enough gil and other items, you can get pretty OP. Get really overpowered in this part of the game when you can synth, as well as get tons of gil that you know by doing a little trick that I'll be showing off here in a second when we get there. Oh, there's a letter from Zidane from who? Oh, Ruby! Of course, Ruby again. Ain't y'all coming back to Alexandria? I'm so lonely. Just kidding. I'm opening up a little theater in alley here, so a bartender pal of mine, he's quitting a saloon and getting into the showbiz. He asked me to help. Well, nice. If they didn't want me to read Ruby's dialogue with such a ridiculous accent, they shouldn't have given her such dialogue or a dialect.